Hello all, my name is Brendan Sumter. I'm a student at Delaware State University, and in this video, I'll be going over the pros and cons of logos, pathos, and ethos, the forms of argument, and how President Obama demonstrated those pros and cons in his speech. Without further ado, let's begin. We start with the first form of argument, which is logos, which is the appeal to logical thinking, and it uses facts that you can see in the audience's own logical thinking skills and comprehension to fuel your own argument. In the speech, President Obama says, if we fail to act now and take a stand against the gassing that's going down in Israel against children, then we're sending a message that they can get away with anything. This terrorist group can get away with anything. And clearly, anybody can see that. That's something obvious, but he's reiterating it and saying it in such a way that the crowd feels an almost duty, or like they have no other choice but to act, using logical thinking skills and the crowd's own comprehensive reasoning. We can move on to pathos, which is the second form of argument, which deals with the crowd's emotions and how they're feeling in the current time. It's a very short-term form of argument because people's feelings on a subject can change through how they develop. But in President Obama's speech, he uses pathos by starting off his speech with children were dying due to this gassing. About 200, I think he said, 200 children died due to the gassing that went down in Israel. How can we allow this to happen? And anyone with any sort of empathy or heart or emotion is going to say that the death of children is inexcusable and wrong, which makes the crowd veer more to your side of the argument than to say, oh no, you're wrong, because no one wants to disagree that the death of children was necessary or that's acceptable. So that's just another point that he added into his speech. And quickly, I'm going to wrap up with the last form of argument, which is ethos, which is the argument that revolves around a credible source. So think about Nike sponsoring Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time, and Nike hopped onto that advantage and made a shoe brand around him saying, hey, I wear these shoes and I'm doing great on the court. If you wear these shoes too, maybe you'll be great like me. How President Obama implemented that into his speech is saying, this is my firm opinion as the commander-in-chief of this country. I have the experience and knowledge to lead us in the right direction. You should trust me. That's how he implemented ethos into his speech. Well, anyway, guys, that was pathos, logos, and ethos, the three forms of argument. And I hope you enjoyed.